Hello, welcome to the Nick and Kristen in the podcast. Today, we've got to hold my beer, and we're going to talk about Lily's Day. If you don't know anything about Lily's Day, it's coming up soon. But first, I feel like I'm living in the foreshadow of my life. Does that make any sense?
Not really. Explain.
Okay. So, have you ever seen La Bamba?
Yes.
So, you know how throughout the movie, there's these phases where he's like on a plane, and he's like freaks out. He's like, man, I hate planes. And it's foreshadow because he dies on a plane.
Okay, yeah.
And so I'm now living in moments that I'm like, is this foreshadow to the end of my life?
Yes. Is this going to be the canon event?
It's exactly.
Yes.
It's like this all gonna, if in the movie of my life, like, will this be featured?
Yes.
When they go, we highlight this part because this is foreshadow into how this is going to end.
Okay. Well, don't worry. No one's making a movie of you.
No, so I'm not worried about it. But like, as I'm running through my movie in my head.
Yes.
And so I think that giant birds have been distracting me more often lately. Mm-hmm. And I think it's since we moved here, like there weren't a lot of birds in Vegas. There weren't a lot of birds everywhere we go.
Sure.
I'm a bird nerd.
Yeah.
I love me some like birds of prey.
Yeah.
And so the first time I ever saw a bald eagle was here in the Pacific Northwest. It was like my goal in life, like number 4 on my list of things I want to do before I die is see a bald eagle in the wild. And I saw one, and then I saw 2, and I see them all the time, and they're still cool. Like, they're still cool to look at.
The bald eagle fatigue is real around for me.
No.
I almost hit one with my car the other day, and I was like, get out of the way! Stupid
America.
bird!
Yeah.
Get out of here. I don't want to say what I want to say. But yes.
Yeah. So it's not only bald eagles. Like I like hawks, falcons,
Sure.
things like that. And so when I see a big bird in the air, I stop whatever I'm doing and I appreciate it. I look and I
here
go,
comes the city bus.
Let's see. Exactly. Let's
Yeah.
see if I can figure out what kind of bird that is. Sometimes it's when I'm driving. And so like I have to like, whoa, give it. Like I have to, because I'll see it and I go, oh, what kind of bird is that? And I'm like, oh, pay attention.
Yes, please.
Or like I was at the park the other day and there's 2 bald eagles that live at our friend's
Yes.
park. And I didn't know that. And I've been seeing them there lately and I always forget until I see one. I go, oh yeah, that's right. And we were having conversation. Midway conversation, an eagle like flies by and I'm just like, what were we talking about? Like it was very much like I'm just, and then like while she's talking, I'm just like, where'd the bird go? Like I don't know what it is, but I feel like that's going to be the end.
I think
like
you need to
I'm
set aside some designated bird watching time so that you can really immerse yourself in it. You can enjoy the hobby, and you can experience it, and you're not putting anyone's life in danger.
I don't know if that would make it worse. Like if I become a bird watching hobbyist, like first of all, I have to invest a lot of money. So
No, you don't.
I have to buy a big lens.
You can get a sketchbook and go out to a park.
I need binoculars, and those aren't cheap because I can't see the bird from far away. How am I going to draw?
Too effing bad.
How am I going to draw? So anyway, expensive hobby. That's for when I retire.
Okay.
And then second, you know me.
Yeah.
The more I get invested in something,
Yes.
the more I'm like constantly invested in it.
Yes.
And so I would be now focused more on the bird than I am now because I would know more. And I'm like,
Right.
oh, well, if you look at the wings of the bird, it's very much.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you just need to make time to look at birds in a safe environment.
I agree.
Where there's not me or Lily in the car and you're not in the middle of a conversation with somebody. Or you could say, hold that thought, need to look at this bird real quick.
But that's
and then
weird,
come back
right?
to it.
Like, it's weird to be like,
yes, it's weird.
I
But
need
if
a
you
bird.
explain, like, I love birds are my thing.
Yeah.
Then let me have this moment.
Let me just appreciate this eagle.
I mean, I think everybody thinks birds are cool.
Yeah.
I never thought that birds were cool, and I didn't think anybody else thought that birds were cool except for you. And then you downloaded an app where it's like it listens and it tells you what the bird sound is. So we know all the different kinds of birds around in our area now because of Nick's app.
Yeah.
And you were mentioning this like as a oh shucks, I have this bird app thing to our former boss, and he was like, "What? I'm downloading this today."
Yeah.
And then like throughout the day he was sending us screenshots of the birds that he heard. So like I think that birds are a thing. Is it a male thing?
Maybe.
I don't know, dude. I don't know any women that are really into birds. Anyone
true.
that I know that's into a bird is a man.
That's a good point. Yeah.
What is it about that?
I don't know. Like I've always just wanted to fly.
Okay, that's quite the jump.
No, because like I like Superman.
Sure.
I like birds. Like I've been fascinated.
Flight interests you?
Fascinated with things that could fly.
I don't see any posters of the Wright brothers around my house.
No,
I do
not
see
planes. I don't care about people flying. Like
Okay.
I want either superheroes or birds.
Okay.
Like, I don't care about people trying to get in the air. So yeah, it's always been a thing, but it's like super triggers. I'm not diagnosed with ADD. Obviously, I have a therapist in the house.
Yes.
That could probably say some things that I may have.
I think we're there.
Some tendencies, but it's super triggering for my ADD to see a bird, and I didn't realize that until I got older, and I had a therapist as a wife.
Yes.
So I had always just been pushing around like, everybody says they have ADD. I can't pay attention.
But yes.
ADHD. Like, of course I can't pay attention. Like, how hard is that?
No, you're there. I think it's pretty diagnosable at this point.
It's a small, it's a little ADHD, right? It's not.
Yeah, I mean, so like anything else, there's a scale, right? Yeah. And like some people have it really extreme, and I've seen that, and some people have it really mild. I think I have somewhat of a form of either a mild form of ADHD as well.
So
possible,
is it like
maybe
a
spectrum.
Is it a millennial thing? Like maybe
I
think
we
just distracted easily.
No, I think we just know a lot more about it now, and we're able to like diagnose that and work around it, right? Yeah. Like, so I mean, you can live very, very normal lives. I'm not saying medication is necessary for every case. It's just kind of knowing like, hey, I get triggered by birds. That's something that really fascinates me. It's going to stop me in my tracks. Let me make sure I'm not driving. Yeah, right. That's the thing that we want to inject into that life.
And I don't know if it's gotten worse because I'm getting older, or it's gotten worse because there's not a lot of birds.
There's
here.
A ton of birds.
Like
around
I
here,
see all them all the time. I'm like, ooh, that was a big bird.
Yeah.
And I try to point it out with enthusiasm, but nobody cares.
I know. Sorry.
So I'm sorry, but I'll try not to kill us. But if I die watching a bird, just know I predicted that.
He died doing what he loved.
Exactly. It was in
looking
the foreshadow.
at other things, doing things.
So Lily's Day approaches, and you're probably reacting the same way that everybody reacts when we say Lily's Day.
Yes.
We will give you the brief history. I feel like I've been talking a lot. Kristen, give us the brief history of Lily's Day.
So Lily's Day, you're all going to judge. So it all happened around, because Mother's Day and Father's Day kind of happened really quickly. And Lily was like, well, when's Kid Day? And I was like, there's no Kid Day.
Yeah,
we had celebrated Mother's Day. We had celebrated Father's Day. She's like, when's Kid Day? And I'm like, you don't get a Kid's Day. She goes, well, I think that's unfair. And I go, well, you have your birthday. She goes, everybody has a birthday. And I said, well, you have Christmas. And she goes, everybody has Christmas. And she's like, but you guys have a Mother's Day and a Father's Day, and there's no Kid Day. She goes, there should be a Lily's Day.
Every day is Lily's Day.
And we thought, like every day is Lily's Day. But we were like, you know what? Like, this is the level of whimsy we didn't have as children. And like, she feels safe enough to kind of say this to us. And we said, let's have a Lily's Day.
It was a hell of an argument.
Like, why not?
It was like, she presented her case really well. And we're like,
okay, Lily's Day.
Yeah,
sure.
And she picked the day.
It's April 19th.
Yeah.
Because it's really close. It's like in between her birthday, really, essentially.
Yeah, and it's before Mother's Day or Father's Day.
Right.
So she gets celebrated
She gets something first, right? And it's evolved from just like, oh, let's go out to your favorite dinner that night, to like, oh, let's grab a thing of ice cream, to now it's like she thinks it's like a birthday party. Like she expects streamers up or balloons or she expects presents. And it's like, we're getting a little too wild with the Lily's Day.
Well, we get presents on Mother's Day and Father's Day. So
right.
That's why.
And that's what she's saying. She's like, well, you guys get presents Mother's Day, Father's Day. We always do a card. Like, I should have that also on Lily's Day. And so we have been honoring it.
Hell of an argument.
We've been honoring it since she was, very little.
Yeah, she made, I think it was like 5.
Yeah.
And then she picked the date randomly.
I know.
She was just like April 19th. We're like,
okay.
All right. I guess that works. But yeah, so we still haven't told her that we don't have jobs.
Right.
Like she mentioned it the other day. I don't know if I told you about this.
She mentioned it to me too.
She was sitting here and she's like, it looks different in here.
Yeah.
And I go, yeah? She's like, yeah.
I told her, I said, we got rid of the banners.
Yeah.
And Daddy like redid the screen. And she goes, why? And I go, because he wanted it to look different in here.
Yeah.
And then we were sitting on the couch the other day and she goes, are you and Dad ever going to work again? And I was like you mean on the radio? And she goes, yeah. And I go, well, we're taking some time off.
Yeah, well, she was sitting in here.
Okay.
Yeah, she was sitting in here, and I told her, I'm like, well, I think Mommy and Daddy, we're just not going to be on the Wolf anymore.
Oh, you did say that.
And she's like, oh no, and I was like, no, I think we're going to find a different station to be. She's like, oh,
I didn't know this. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, she's like, why? And I'm like, sometimes you grow out of places. So I didn't tell her we got lost.
They grew out of us.
Yeah, exactly.
We didn't grow out of them.
So she took it like,
okay,
as long as I don't say the word fired
or unemployed,
she's fine.
Yeah,
she's like, all right, whatever, you'll figure it out.
So Lily's Day with an unemployment thing. So I am working.
Yes.
I am working. I'm working as a therapist. I'm trying to get as many clients as I can, and then all of a sudden I'll have a nice full schedule and everybody cancels and I don't get paid unless you show up.
Yeah.
And that's hard for me. So like it'll go from like an $800 day to like a $300 day depending on how many clients I see.
Yeah.
So I have money coming in to spend on Lily's day, but yes, it's going to be less than what it was.
Yeah, and but if you're thinking that your kid, if you have more than one kid, that's not going to work. Don't do it. But if you have one, like maybe start a Lily's Day with your.
I mean, I think
kid.
it's fun.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it's kind of a pain in my ass a little bit, but at the same time, it's like she's only young once.
Yeah,
it's fun. I like celebrating stuff too. Like,
I've been seeing so much stuff like that lately, where it's just like I feel bad every time I look at the kid now, and she's like, "Play with me," and I'm like, "No," and then she's like, "Play with me," and I was like, "She's never gonna ask me." To
I
play
know.
with
There's
it.
gonna
It
come a
always
day.
comes down to like, there's gonna be a day where she doesn't want me to play with her.
Well,
so
I sent
enjoy
you
it
the
now.
TikTok of the guy that was like, I asked my kid I was doing a Target run and I asked my kid if they needed anything.
Yeah.
And they said, buy me a stuffy. And I said, you have a ton of stuffies. And she was 7. And he's like, and then I saw a big Easter bunny. And he's like, and I realized like she's asking for stuffies. Like she's asking for something to hug and cuddle.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I think she has too much. Like there's going to come a day where she's going to throw all this away.
Yeah, she's
and
not
like,
gonna want a stuffy from the store anymore.
and you know what? Like I'm going to get her a darn stuffy.
And that's the death of me, man.
I know.
Like it happens to me all the time where I'll like it. Well, that whole thing, like it started with the last time you picked them up video. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Like you never realized the last time you pick your kid up, and like, and so people were like picking their kids up after 5 years. Like now I can remember the last time, and I saw it. I was like, God, why did you do this to me? And so ever since then, it's been like whatever.
I'm starting to cry right now because like it's hard for me to pick Lily up now because she's like 60 pounds.
Yeah.
And so when I do, it's like, ugh. And it's like, I don't remember the last time I just like threw her over my shoulder. Like I don't have that memory.
It's just like piggyback rides and stuff like that. And like I have to like, I say no, and then I'm like, no, let's do it. I know. Well, she said, I got like super weird about it 2 days ago. Where I was just like, I gave her whatever she wanted. I was like, yeah, let's go for a piggyback ride. Yeah, let's do this. Let's ride bikes. And we were walking up the stairs to take a bath. She's like, you've been weird today. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, I don't know.
She's like, too
You've been
nice.
super weird today.
What's
and
going on?
I was like, is that bad? She's like, no, it's just different. I was like, you're 7. Stop talking to me like that.
And I've done that too because it's like I'm working a lot more now
Yeah.
and I'm coming home exhausted.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling very much like the dad in the 1950s when he came home from work and was like, how come dinner's not on the table? I need 20 minutes to relax.
Yeah.
And it's like no, like I need to jump in. Like I need to be an active participant. I need to be energetic when I get home, like because you've been home with her and it's like, this is my 20 minutes that I get with her before she goes to bed.
Yeah.
And I don't want her to remember me as like, oh, mom was always tired, you know?
Anyway, hug your
Hold my
kids,
beer.
everybody. It's time for Hold My Beer.
All right, make me laugh, clown.
Well, it's not going to make you laugh. It might make you angry, though.
Oh, okay.
A Tennessee school board member is in deep trouble. Well, I'll let you watch the video.
God, you're hot. You know that? Dang. Where do you go to school at?
I go Crockett.
All right.
That is a student board member and a board member on this school district, and he looks over her as they're trying to figure out what the students want to do with their money or whatever, and he goes, God, you're hot. What school do you go to?
Check his hard drive.
I thought you might appreciate that.
Ew,
So,
what where do men find the audacity?
It was during a live stream, and now there was like everybody laughed it off. Yeah, and then immediately after there was a petition to remove him from the board.
Thank God. All these people laughing it off because they're uncomfortable need to
Yeah.
channel that energy and to go, yo, man, that was weird. That's the grossest thing I've ever heard. Like the fact, oh my gosh, this not a time for decorum. When somebody says something like that, it's disgusting.
So there was a media petition made to remove him from the board for the safety of the children.
Thank goodness.
It had 2,500 signatures on it, and they're reviewing it now. But like,
Check his computer.
And it's such a boys' club thing to happen. Like, I don't want to defend him, but like, it's such a way we are taught when we're growing up, especially as millennials and older generations. It was very much okay then.
No, that's
It wasn't,
and that's the thing.
I'm not gonna say
no. Let me jump in because I know you're gonna try to correct yourself.
I'm not saying
I know you're gonna try to correct yourself, but it's never been okay.
Yes.
It's never been okay. Okay. You guys have been running the show for far too long.
Yes.
All right. You've been running the show and we're sick of it.
Yeah.
And so now we're reminding you, hey, you're being creepy and weird and none of that is okay. And this whole like, oh, we need to stop being so sensitive and go back to the good old days. The good old days were only good for you. Okay. We had to suffer in silence as women, as young women, as children. We've had to take the brunt of your grossness. Okay. And we've all collectively said we're not doing that anymore. And now you guys are offended. How about now I'm not talking about you. I know that you're a good one. You're all right.
I like women.
But at the same time, it's just like, it's not appropriate. It's never been appropriate. And that uncomfortable laugh shows how ingrained we are with just sweeping things under the rug. Immediately, everybody, all the men there should have gone, yuck, get out of here. But nobody wants to say anything because nobody wants to offend. Let's bring back shaming. Let's bring back offending. Let's bring back, okay, like tar and quartered. Like that's not appropriate and we're not accepting that anymore.
Thank you for listening to the podcast for the little time that you did. I hope you come back to the next episode.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Like and subscribe and be back tomorrow.